محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
وعنشت
صلى الله عليك يا سيدي ويا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله. صلى الله عليك يا سيدي ويا مولاي يا ابن رسول الله. يا ليتنا كنا معك سيدي، والله نفوز فوزا عظيما. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق والمرسلين أبا القاسم محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. أما بعد، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
The Holy Prophet of Islam, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, has said, إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. The actions are governed by their intentions. Whatever we do in our life, we must do it for one purpose and one purpose only. And that purpose is to seek nearness to Him, subhanahu wa ta'ala, to seek nearness to Allah. We have one person who will be living his life doing so many things, but for the wrong intention. And there will be some person who's doing little things, but for the right intention. In the eyes of Allah, the person who's doing it for His sake is much higher status than the person who's doing it for no reason at all. We see when we do our wajibat, such as salah, hajj, saum, anything, any action we do, what's the first thing we have to do before we do it? It's the intention, which shows the significance of the intention in our lives. And in our intention, what do we say? We say قُرْبَةً إِلَى اللَّهُ تَعَالَى, which means to seek nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when we do something for Allah, not only is it thawab for us, not only do we have to do it, but it's sweeter. How many times do you think if you do something, if you're doing it for no reason or you're doing it for Allah, which would be sweeter? For Allah, obviously. Think of it this way: you give in Allah's way, you will get in Allah's way. Now I'm asking you a question: what's sweeter, getting from Allah or getting from someone else? Getting from Allah, definitely. And there once was a man. The man who was known for his slow salah. He was known for his prayer with full khushu', full sincerity to Allah. He used to go every night to pray Salatul Layl in the mosque. So one night he went and the mosque was empty. So he took his turba, he started to pray. First ruk'ah, praying it slow, khushu', reading Quran, tilawah, tajweed. Second ruk'ah, same, slow, sincere prayers. Third ruk'ah, he started to speed up a bit. Fourth ruk'ah, he doubled the speed. You know when you're driving the car and you accelerate from 10 miles an hour to you go 60 miles an hour all of a sudden. The man sped in his salah. He got to the fifth rak'ah, he was going so fast, speed of light. All of a sudden, while he's praying in his qunut, he just got into the qunut state. And he hears the door opening. He hears the door of the mosque opening. So immediately he thought, oh, people are going to see me praying fast, my reputation, what's going to happen? He went to the slowest dua. He read the longest dua, Allahumma aghfirli. The longest dua he started to read. He made the salah so slow. In his sujood, he read 100 du'as. He made it the slowest salah you can think of. Then in the end of the salah, he finished the salah, he completed it, praying slowly. Then he turned around as if to tell the person, taqabbal Allah, to show his glory as in. He turns around and what does he see? He sees nothing but a dog. A dog had walked into the mosque, and this man thought a person had walked into the mosque. And this person started to cry. He thought to himself that I was praying, I'm meant to be praying for Allah, but who was I praying for? I was praying for the dog, not for anyone else. We shouldn't do any in our lives. No actions at all should be for anyone. When we pray at home, why do we pray? Do we pray because our dad or our mom told us to pray? The second they leave the room, we move the turban and start playing with our games, or we tell them we're praying, and then when they come we just make sound as if we're praying. Who are we tricking? Are we tricking our parents? Are we tricking ourselves? We're tricking ourselves. We're not tricking our parents, and they're not going to gain anything. Allah is not going to gain anything. Salah Salah, what is salah? Salah is a 5-minute, 10-minute conversation between you and Allah. It's for your own good. Allah doesn't need anything. He doesn't need anything. That's one of His characteristics. We need the salah for ourselves. When we pray just for Allah. There once was a man, Imam Jama'ah. Every single day he'd pray Jama'ah. And he was well known in the area for his amazing salah of Jama'ah. This man came home from that one night from Salat al-Isha Jama'ah prayers. He came home and he wasn't seen for a week. A whole week he wasn't seen. So the people in the community, they got worried about him. They said, where's our Shaykh? Where's our Imam? Maybe he's sick, let's go visit him. So they go to his house and they knock the door. Shaykhna, are you inside? Are you okay? The Shaykh opens the door. He says, come inside, come inside. He makes them sit down like we're sitting down right now. And they ask him, Shaykhna, what's wrong with your health? Are you okay? Are you alright? You haven't been coming to the Salah Jama'ah. What's happening? So the Shaykh he looked as if he was reluctant to say yes or no. He didn't want to tell the story. But after much persistence, he said, okay, I'll tell you. He said, the night when I came home from the Jama'ah prayers, I fell asleep. In my dream, I saw it was the Day of Judgment. I had been risen from my grave. And I was waiting for the long line for my turn to be judged by Allah. I waited and waited and waited. When it was my turn, I go to the angel. I gave the angel my right hand. The angel said, no, take your right hand away. I thought to myself, Shaykh, Imam, scholar, alim, definitely heaven, right hand. He tried again. He took out his right hand again. The angel said, no, take away your right hand. Again, 3 times he tried, and the angel said, give me your left hand. And you know what it means when you get the book in your left hand? He gave out the left hand. He received the book. He immediately opened the book, because you know when you're shocked and you don't know what's happening, you start to go really fast. You start to panic. You start to panic. So he picked up the book and started flipping through the pages. When I was 15-year-old, 16, 17, he's reading. And he told the angel was walking off, said, no, angel, come back. There's a mistake in my book. This isn't my book. The angel said, no, it's your book. Your Shaykh Fulan al-Fulani. He said, yes, this is not my book, it's mistakes. He said, it is your book. He said, for many years, 20 years, 50 years, I've been praying Jama'ah in the mosque. Not one of these salahs are recorded. Why? I think there's a mistake going on. The angel said, when you used to pray Jama'ah, what was your intention? Shaykh said, to seek nearness to Allah, of course. The angel said, if this was the case, then why on the Mondays when there was 1 or 2 people you used to pray fast? On Tuesday 1 or 2 people used to pray fast. On Wednesday fast. Thursday before Dua Qumayd you used to pray slowly when there was lots of people. Friday Salat al-Jum'ah you pray slowly. And the rest of the days you pray fast. What's the reason behind this? The Shaykh didn't know what to say. Because what he had been doing, if there's little people, he'd pray fast. If there's lots of people, he'd pray slow. The Shaykh didn't know what to do. And then he woke up from the dream. And from that day he said, I will not go to the Salah Jama'ah until I purify my intentions. And what we can learn from this story is, let's not wait till the Day of Judgment when we receive our book and we see actions we've done are not recorded. Because this life is temporary, brothers. This is very temporary life. You're going to wake up one, Imam Ali says, when the person's in the grave and he wakes up for Qiyamah, he'll think as if he's just been sleeping. You know when you sleep and you wake up in the morning? You get that feeling as if it was just a few minutes. That's how it is on the Day of Judgment. You wake up and you're like, is this the Day of Judgment already? You don't know what to do, you start panicking. Let's not on that day when we read our book of deeds, to see many deeds we've done not recorded because of one simple issue, which is our intention was to seek nearness to something else. I want to move on the topic to sacrifices. There once was a man in the time of Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, the 6th Imam. This man lived in Iraq. And he really wanted to go to Hajj. His full intention was always to go to Hajj. Every time people ask him, what do you want to do? Hajj. And back in the times, it wasn't easy to go to Hajj. Now you just pay 2,000 and you're off to Hajj. Battat, whoever, when you want to go Fardan, Battat, and you're off to Hajj. Back in those days, it wasn't like this. It was really complicated to go to Hajj. The journey was 6 months by camel, by horse. It was a really long journey. So he needed a lot of money to go. This man saved up 10, 20 years, 30 years to go to Hajj. Eventually, he got enough money to go to Hajj. So he went to Hajj. He was on the way to Hajj. 6 month journey. He went on the Hajj.